Hello collective and chosen ones, welcome to my channel, and for the regular viewers, welcome back. I'm always happy for you to spend time here. I thought I'd spend time today just expanding on the energy and update you. It will be a mixture of tarot cards as well as some channel messages. For new viewers, this channel is all about energy and expansion in consciousness. Many times I've talked about connecting with spirit and living in your divine right. Today I will talk about your milestone, reflecting from the past and going forward. You live to tell the tale. From loss of every adversity, emotional, physical and spiritual experience you've ever could imagine. It was from like living in a nightmare to like living in some sort of reality that you don't think it's real. To say your life was difficult was an understatement. But Spirit has tested you time and time again, and you've passed. Your life now is a far cry from the one even less than a year ago or a few months ago. A lot of you are now in between realms. You don't quite feel you are in one physical universe or parallel. You are in a few parallel universes. I don't know how to explain it, because one minute you're living with this reality and another minute you're looking at something else and you're thinking of something else. And another minute, somebody else is in your energy because they're thinking about you, and so you pick that up. So hence you may feel a little bit anxious, like one foot in the old world and the other in a brand new one. Some of you might feel like you're ready to jump off a cliff. And I don't mean that in a way that is what you think it is. How do I say this? A lot of you feel like you are ready to make some new changes, so therefore you're not sure. You feel like your head's in the clouds and you don't know where you're going. But some of you at the same time have a new reality. This is a very, very exciting time. But at the same time, it can be confusing if you're not grounded. So sometimes you might feel a bit sad thinking of the past, but then not long after that, you have a flood of new emotions and some happy ones. Some of you might think that you have bipolar. And in some ways, some of you may have that condition. Now, as I said, take what resonates with you, and if you have a physical condition, please consult a physician. You can intuitively sense the winds of change heading your way. The first force of change came from a tarot card that I've read. It's the Death card. Death card to me signifies something that is fantastically exciting for me. Death doesn't mean physical death. For some it could be, but for this reading, it's what I call a pivotal moment signifying death and rebirth. You've had to let go of a lot of the past, sacrificing many things in exchange for something much better and bigger for you. You're meant to receive this. So some of you might think it's not coming yet. When is it ever going to come? Just don't think about it too much, whether it's going to come or not. Just infuse in the moment and really align yourself and getting you in touch with your inner self. You are directed into your path of alignment and expansion, And a lot of you, even though you may not fully feel it, you're entering an abundant world in every way, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Things are rapidly changing. And there is a need for you to look after yourself and have excellent time management, exercises, a balanced diet, and adequate sleep, rest, rejuvenate, energy cleansing, detox, quiet mindfulness, and of course meditation. But meditation can come in any form. It's not the typical just about sitting down and be quiet. It's just the way to just sit down and be quiet can be just meditation and not focusing on anything in particular. Whatever makes you reset and rebalance your life is the best way to go about it. So some of you may make some difficult choices. Maybe close ones, you've left them behind, and maybe some of you have to relocate, change careers, start all over, and have a new, completely different lifestyle. Hey, I understand changes can make you anxious, but no pain, no gain. And I always say that every time I feel a bit anxious or not quite right, I know something is about to make some big and profound changes, and I embrace that. So others have to leave a relationship, and you've really had to think about whether you make the right choices. Friendships that you are leaving behind and starting fresh and spending time alone to reflect on all that. These are all good things that are happening to you. Some of you feel guilty that you're leaving them behind, but Spirit's saying, go with your gut. Not a lot of people are for you, so you have to leave them behind because your energy is now completely different. And these are the people that don't want to make changes, so you have no choice. So this is not for everyone, but there's a small group who are still very conflicted with their feelings on one particular person. You don't want to leave you, they don't want you to move on. And because you haven't completely left the old world, you're still constantly thinking about them because they are thinking about you and you picked up their energy. You could be very busy all of a sudden and you're thinking about them. When you've got so many things happening, but you're still thinking about them, and that's because they're constantly tugging at your energy, thinking about you. Some people are a bit obsessive over you, so just be mindful on who you spend time with. Your mind is mostly focused on yourself and about making new changes, like making new money, new career choices, new way of living, new lifestyle, new relationships, everything that's new. So since the start of 2024, we are now called to reflect and reset and recalibrate our life. This year is the year of 8, which stands for eternity and reset and brand new things like abundance. What was once an exciting time with certain lifestyle and people that you used to spend a lot of time with, you no longer want to go through that anymore. You don't have any desire over it. And I'm talking about things like social outings that you used to like going to, certain people, spending time having parties with them, and just simply those kind of social talks. You're no longer interested in that, but you are simply called to look at a brand new way of living with new people who are in alignment with you. Others are called to simplify our lifestyle and to move away from drama. The theme is to minimalism rather than excessive. So many collective are quite happy to get away from exposure to crowds or get out and have like small talks with people. You simply want to have a meaningful connection with others. Some of you have not got anybody close to them simply because where you're living, you're not connected to a lot of people spiritually. That's okay. You can connect with others, you know, through the internet, and if you can, just find some time with connecting to communities and maybe helping out that way. So a lot of you are quiet achievers who are quite happy to get things done and be successful without saying too much. And I mentioned that many times. You're now really winding down in that way socially. Many people are still needing your time and help. Be discerning when it comes to allocating your time, and monitor at all times your energy level, how you feel, and how certain people make you feel and what situations you're in. Many of us are time poor at the moment. We really don't have a lot of time simply because our schedule is just so full. We've just got a lot on. So be careful not to overcommit yourself or doing things or spending too much time with others that really could do things on their own, like codependent people. The focus is on you now more than ever, and more importantly, and that's not being selfish. A lot of us speak less now and much prefer to communicate in the spiritual realm. You are a man or woman of few words nowadays. Remember, silence speaks volume. But when you need to speak your truth, you will say something. What I meant was that you no longer hold things back when you used to. This can cause still some conflict, especially when you have people that have a strong personality, which are used to taking control over you, even with conversations, and you used to let them. But the tables have turned and you're now simply speaking your truth and not holding back. So sometimes family members are just not liking it, but that's bad luck, because you are called to speak your truth, and more people are waking up. So our life purpose here with the collective is to continue speaking our truth and to help others find their truth and awaken. Anyway, you are highly respected in the community, and just keep your work up. You know you're being respected. Even though some people may not say that to you, you can pick up the vibe that they do want you to be around. Now, if you still confront people that does not like your energy, you can just simply manage that energy. You know what to do anyway. I mentioned that I've got a playlist called Managing Energy. So if you get a chance, you can always replay some of my posts that talk specifically about how to manage your energy and with other people. I picked up so many cards that are really positive, and only 2 cards that were in the past. And I did talk about how you went through the loss and the hardship. But these are all behind you now, or about to leave you very soon. You're being offered a new material abundance, new opportunities, new manifestation. You've got stability now with prosperity. You've got a lot of choices and quite a few decisions that you have to weigh up on. And once you make that, your life will really turn around to the positive side. Let me have a look at the other cards. So I picked up a judgment card where there's some wake-up call, inner calling, life purpose, self-evaluation, and awakening. So as I said, I also picked up the death card, So there's a lot of transformation going on. I've also got the Lover's card, where you are meeting some deep soul connections, whether or not it's a personal and love relationship. It could also be you're in connection with people that are like-minded for you as well. And the rest of you will also have some moments where it's you're being guided towards serendipity and, you know, opportunities to meet up or get into alignment. What I'm trying to say is that for myself, I've lately come across many new things that I wanted to learn, and all of a sudden I've been presented with like courses that will be very, very positive and really helpful for me. So Spirit always presents us with new things, and out of the blue it just pops up because we've asked for it. And in terms of money as well, as soon as I ask, I don't even have to explain anything. I just ask for it, and somehow it just comes to me through different sources. Doesn't have to be just necessarily like a job. And let me see if there's anything else. Now I hope if you're still here listening to me, I really appreciate you spending this time. I know we're all very, very busy, but if there's anything else that you like to talk about, please give me some comments, and then I will continue to talk about that. Let me see. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here because Spirit's saying that to tell you that just to continue with what you're doing, and please don't give up. And if you're still going through some conflicts with people, this is about to end, and you really need to leave the old behind, because a lot of people are not liking what you're doing because you are leveling up. So they're going to try and pull you back. So just be careful and spend as little time as possible engaging in that. Now I'm sending you lots of love and blessings, and I hope to hear from you soon. Please consider like and subscribing to this channel if you haven't. And bye for now.